cat going on the keyboard. Okay, Heretics. Whoa, why is my monitor so high up? Heretics on defense, Koi on attack. Thanks MCE. Yeah, I should give him a cut. Give him a cut of the $3-4.
More concerned about what that means for this roster. And coming in, sure, they're fighting for that.
Reproviser sub. Yeah, we got the cables going. Wait, why did they bail on the duel? 3 people here and they all bailed on it.
Already 2 opening picks, Grabinho down low, and this post plant not looking as strong as it was just seconds ago. Heretics ready to fire their way back
we
through.
Bring back Mini for the Game Changers watch party. Yeah, if he's down.
Spotting them actually, baiting out the crosshair. Grabinho, who stepped in for 3. Oh, they're gonna wish they didn't take that fight now. Still a chance for Koi, and extended with Benji Fishy down.
I can't believe they won this. Shout out to Grabinho. I mean, he's been playing insane this split too. Give him that. Redorp, thank you so much for the 13 months. Dude, imagine they imagine they somehow do this.
I think we talked about quite a lot as one of the players that's really stepped up. I think we've seen it from Shados as well.
Psych. Oh boy. Don't know what to tell you, Psych, but
that's the one thing with this Koi roster that's
definitely forgot. They're on the way, Psych. They're on the way. I did the cable today. I didn't do the YouTube emotes.
A few pride points on the line, a victory versus Heretics.
We're almost there. I'll tell you what. YouTube emotes tomorrow. How about that? It should actually happen. I did all the videos for Coach Potatoes today as well. So it should actually have free time to do that. Yeah, dude, I was doing videos for the Paper X sunset.
The opening pick, almost good to trade it back, and
I'm not slacking off, I promise.
Range engagements, that's for sure. Nice fragment up close, pressure on Woot. He's got a safe corner to play from here. Chance to swing out, grab another, and he does just that.
And we keep this one pretty good. Yeah, we lose 1 gun, that's it.
With rifles carried over for Koi, it's not a bad follow-up round.
Yeah, I think the most fun thing about this map
making me feel guilty. No, honestly, I need that though. I need
a secondary either.
I need the reminders.
I think they found that especially
but old age brain.
Woot definitely seems to have that individual capability.
Top 3 Sunset team.
Over Mini, but I think on terms of the
Heretics number 1, Paper X number 1 yet, number 2, and then Paper X now is number 3. How about that?
Thrash available for Shadow, but he is only going to have a pistol.
I do actually think Sentinels are probably 3rd, so I would probably say Paper X Sentinels joint 2nd, 3rd.
Just trying to deny any early aggression.
Woot main duelist only on this map.
Waiting to fight this.
Only on this map because they didn't have much time after Shanghai.
Evade any further damage, but very nearly takes down Camo. Early damage onto a player who, sure, dash online, but he's going to go for it? Yeah, back yellow. All right, extending. They're committing to this play. At least for now.
Man, poor Camo is getting util dumped.
Just a ruse to drag rotations, and it has done just that. 3 players on B, 1 on mid. Rienz might be forced into a retake.
He's doing all right. This wall has to get spammed. No way, guys. Don't. Surely not. You were all holding the angle.
Even when on just 1 HP. And although the information
a bit of mess up in comms. Holotrek, thank you so much for the 4 months. Thank you for sending that as well, bro. Appreciate you.
Good job of at least slowing them down, making things a little bit more awkward, and he's even going to deny the plant.
Oh, that's huge. Yeah, players have to push through this choke point now. Thrash even going to be used to clear the closer corners, get them that bit closer. The step out from Boo, a bit of an overextension.
This guy.
Put to bed. It's Grabinho with another 3K. That's now given them some real life in round number 3. Don't know if Shadow can retrieve a rifle. I think he can. And he has. He's got himself a Guardian. So now they're armed to the teeth and ready for this 1 versus 2. Spike planted in a good spot.
Yeah, dude, he's fighting for his spot next year.
Rienz is burning time.
Be hard to not give him it, to be honest. He's been the most impactful on this team, I would say.
It just about gets online.
Could maybe argue Shados, but
he knows a peak will be coming. Spots Grabinho, but still doesn't know where that 2nd player is going to be. And Shadow is just waiting.
Yeah, look at him go, man. Look at this impact. Wins him pissed around with a 3K. Wins him this as well. 4K.
For him, and an even better one for Koi.
I'd say that Rienz is underrated, 100%.
He's impressed me these last 2
He's in the top 10 of the rating in Split 2. Oh, really? Yeah, he's doing really good.
Losing a lot of HP on this man here, Camo. He pushes up close, uses his dash on yellow.
Kavinki, thank you so much, man. Thank you for doing that.
where he finds one as they push back to clear the rest of the angles. And I think a lot of that came down to what you saw, Tom, which was the drone used up on A. It spots those players. It gets the information into the hands of Heretics that this was a fake. And then they think, is there even still someone yellow? Did
Sheriff's on this. Dude, Koi have a lot of money now, especially these two. A lot of money. They can maybe start getting their way to another official.
But it will be... well, yeah, it's enough to drag the rotation.
Wait, I say another official.
Just being left
yeah,
wide open.
I think this one Minibu in the last round. Got 3 kills after
I'm meant to go here.
was looking like a hopeless round, but other than that, wasn't much to write home about.
Isn't the worth for Heretics? 4 people here. One person locked him in behind.
Gonna try and peek in a little bit early again. They've denied the spike, but it is just the cleanup crew. Camo hoping to try and get a little
The chat,
bit
when
more.
you said
Ultimate
4
already
teams
online,
could be
so
4 and 6.
Not really the one that would be optimal to get
Is
the
there a
kill.
chance if Koi absolutely bang this, they can go through?
As they go 4-0 up on Icebox, and we're waiting for a Heretics response.
I love that Grabinho's left behind in A main in that round as well. So he's playing
They can
off
if they
the
bang
turret,
it?
so
Oh my
once it
god.
gets contact, he can swing out and
Holy
get a
hell,
kill
okay,
shot.
hold up.
And
Lock in a little bit.
I might even have seen Shados move away from the turret, so it deactivated. And then that player's thinking, oh, it's free space. I can just walk up behind them. Nope, Grabinho strikes him down.
They can qualify on round differential, but they have to win 2-0.
Hell of a start for Koi.
But at least Sunset's not there, so it's doable.
The barriers are about to go up in the next round, and we're going to see a bit of contact towards the
And their bind hasn't looked
the operator in play
too bad.
for Woot. It's a big game changer.
Doesn't look
for this
great,
Heretics
but it
side.
doesn't look too bad.
It's aggressive. The dart. It's going to give him the information. Camo's Blade Storm already popped. Timing is going to be absolutely everything. He's managed to dodge.
Oh,
I was going to say.
yeah, he rushed that one a little bit.
But it doesn't matter.
What a shot.
Nice work from Camo to bring things back. Grabinho's gone down on the other side of the map, but Rien's falling. Means a decent amount of that utility's already gone. Now, we've seen Benji push up in the last few rounds. He's been trying to hold on to this control catch rotations. It's something I feel like Koi should be aware of.
Well, the impact of Grabinho early has been huge.
And
There's
they
the
hear a
step
lot
back
here.
towards B, and
I say they hear a lot. Only one guy's running.
Is a big struggle in getting out onto this site. The poison orb up for Boo, but that wall won't be going anywhere. With Grabinho being the opening pick, you lose a lot of the abilities that are going to get you close to that site. I'm curious to see how Koi actually approach this, especially with the op in play. Never mind, good shot.
Oh, a nice round from Camo though.
As well, his second
Imagine they can
in the
convert
round,
this.
and a big conversion. That Blade
Great.
Storm was causing them problems, but now Shadow down below. The wall bang brings it back to favorable territory. He's got to bail for just a moment.
He's
recovered some of his abilities
Yeah,
and the
can't
spike.
really
They
go
can
back.
reset with 20 seconds left.
I'm actually so angry this guy hasn't been using a dot crosshair for years. Why was he using that ugly, chunky monster?
Yeah, and he tried to warrant it. Okay, Benji's probably won this round, because they wouldn't expect someone to W key with 25 seconds.
Wait. To do it all. He's gonna have to flick
Whoa,
back,
it was
and
kind of
was
close.
A
70.
little bit close.
Yeah, a little bit close.
at least
So
with
shout out to
Heretics,
Benji,
they are gonna be
using
on
the
the
smoke
board.
to actually get towards
The
yellow,
dot
and no
crosshair
one in
couldn't
a
save him this
2-on-2
time,
in
but
theory
look,
would
genuinely,
be
I think we
going
need
for
a
this.
comparison.
At least in your
Let's take
head.
Shadow's kills while using
I like that play.
the weird square crosshair, and since then with the dot crosshair, I'm just gonna say I think there's gonna be overwhelmingly positive data.
I don't know. I mean, right there, Tom, that flick, there's
But
snow.
you think he would have got that with the giant square crosshair?
there's snow on the ground.
He wouldn't
I
have
reckon-
seen him.
Yeah, but Steve, those two have to play games as well, right?
When he flicked that fast.
So they could go down on their round
They do
difference.
say that about the color red is it's really difficult to see on
It
a
is.
white
Yeah,
background.
it blends in. It blends in. I think that's the problem. If it was bigger, perhaps he'd have a chance. You know what, Shadow? I'll send you some options tonight. We'll work this out. But
They have to
4-1.
only lose
Yeah,
4
it's been a
rounds.
Great start for Koi. This attack side.
Surely
heating
that
up,
can't be right.
shut
I mean,
down
they
the
probably
last,
could be
even
right.
after some opportunities.
Chat, remember the other
Look at
teams
that.
have to
Camo
play
got
their
both of
games
those
as well, so
openings.
they
He should have
could
been dead
get
right
wrecked
off
on
rip.
round
It was
differential.
a rare missed shot from Wu.
Okay, let's see if they can string 2 in a row, because we got a straight up reset with no money.
That they have is the frenzy, but with 5 blades flying your way, I don't think that frenzy will get much time.
It's almost padding the gap of their weak economy. That's the problem right now. Good flash, going to make things a little more awkward. A lot of damage done onto Shadow, but it's still Camo again. Trade back,
Don't
Viper's
really
pick. Benji
like
was
this
actually up
before
behind
the
them, but has opted
plant.
to
Can they
fall
stop
back
the
just
wingman?
in
Okay,
case.
now it's an
There isn't
absolute
gonna be a
nightmare
plant
to
just
play
yet.
for
This
Koi.
means that it has to be a little bit more aggressive in the stance. Woot, though.
Because look how much freedom
find
everyone else
something
gets on
over
the
the
side
top.
of this all.
That's one of the main problems with this pit is you need someone watching from behind, and that will be Shados.
You've seen Shados, yeah.
Yeah,
have
a
to go
lot
back
up
and
to
cover. I think his
Shados on
turret was
this.
broken earlier, so his alarm bot's down, but they could still come from belt. That's a
30
problem.
seconds
And the brakes
Wait,
are
he doesn't
pumped as they
duel?
creep
Thinks they're coming
forward in this
behind?
Viper's pit. The problem is it doesn't cover that much
Yeah,
of
they-
sight.
This
There's
should be
a good
done.
chance you're getting spammed down as soon as you try it. Shadow's the one with the spike. He has 8 HP. It's only a tap, but it's ambitious, and they have a check the drop. What is that? He's still alive.
No.
Drawing breath
There's
for
no
longer than he
way,
should have
bro.
a chance for Koi on the back of that. 3
Still
versus
fine
3,
though,
but the
right?
kills start to come in. The spike being tapped again. The spam's too strong. The solo ground covered by it, but a chance for Shadows.
No time,
He's out
gotta
of
go
time.
for a
He
kill.
needs the kill, and Benji's just hiding away, winning it out with the clock.
Oh,
And that is a tough loss for Koi.
hopefully
but,
Woot can
hey,
just
I
laugh
would've
that
counted
one
them
off.
out of that as soon as the peak came up top, and they got a second lease of life.
That is 2 rounds in a row where Benji is the only man
Bro, that was an
standing. This one, he
absolute
literally just
disaster.
hides in a corner. I also wanna
Absolute
say,
disaster, it really was.
This round makes me feel good as a human, knowing that even Wu can whip that badly.
It's going to be in the replays as well. They might even
no, they
slow
did
it
him-
down.
they did
You know,
him-
they are ruthless.
Yeah,
on
no,
the
they were
EMEA
nice on
scene.
this. Did him a solid, they didn't show it.
No, they've skipped it.
Oh, we have
It didn't even
Mercy
happen.
today.
It didn't happen.
All right, actually, I like that. You know, fair play. I guess we're the ones throwing them under the bus
Or
now.
their
Okay,
Heretics
still
fans, we're gonna
though,
see
the
just
money
purely
pretty
brutal Koi
low.
clips for the rest of the game.
We'll reset
Next time
here.
Shadow loses his crosshair.
Would be an eco.
Loses
there.
it. Just drops it. It's in the snow somewhere. I can't find it.
Nice pick. Well, Benji might have survived the last round, but he's the
Oh,
first
round
one down
over.
in this. That's the
They
utility
have
down,
to
and
win
an ability
2-0
for
and
Corbino
Eco
to
Liquid
sneak
Navi
his
Gentlemen
way
have to
through.
lose
He's
2-0.
right past them.
So
He's
We
gonna
should
wonder
basically
again
just
about that.
accept that it's not happening.
Yeah, you know that one's going.
And they have to not lose more than 4 rounds.
Already. Rian's
Well,
at least brings the advantage back a little bit of post plant.
The dream's still alive right now, though.
They're going to try and deny. Actually, he's tagged.
the 4 rounds thing isn't true. People are just forgetting about the other teams
losing
losing round difference, right? Okay.
KO available.
I was going to say, we shouldn't be able to know the rounds by now.
Going to be tough.
The drones use him from so far back as well. You're really not getting a lot of information, but it's a good thing. Null Command comes out from Star Zone. No more abilities for Team Heretics. In goes Thrash. It's caught. That's it. Done
That's
and
a
dusted
nice run
in
from
the
Shadow.
ground.
Straight up
Our
reset
Team
as well. They
Heretics,
can get
Shadows,
6-2 here,
the
easy.
man to look at for why there's 5 on the board for Koi
4
now.
rounds
An
thing would
impressive
only be
round out of
true
the
if
Killjoy.
the teams
Starting
don't
with that
lose
just
any rounds.
wide
Yeah,
swing
again.
out on
I
mid.
was going to say, we should never know about round difference yet.
Look at the money.
Apart from
I
like
think that's the
BBL,
bigger
right? They're the
problem.
only
Heretics are
team
gonna
that
take a
don't play.
pause, but they're going to have nothing to play with. The only person who could really invest anything into this round is going to be Benji, and I think he's just going to have a sheriff
Let's
and some
go.
light shields. So they've been put in an awful position. Like you only have one player surviving.
What is
for
this
2
flower
rounds
pen?
back-to-back,
Nilzinho.
even using the Blade Storm a round ago, so they're not going to have that. It really does.
Do you get
paint a
any
pretty
bonus
bleak
for winning
picture
games?
this
Like
early
in
on
some
the game,
leagues you
and
get
that's the
money?
thing,
Nah.
like, I think Koi have already proven over the last few
Well,
weeks that
not that I know
they
of.
really
There could be
can,
some hidden
like, roll
contract,
with
but
anybody at the moment.
pretty
They've
sure.
been able to sort of take
Dunno.
teams close and even win a couple of like decent victories.
The only
I think
thing
the
that
other
I know
thing, though, is
about
that we
like
always talk
money
about this with
incentive
this
is
Heretics side,
getting
is there's
to
anyone that can
champs.
just turn it on. Like we've seen
Get
them
into champs, you
even
get
in the game,
extra
I think it was last week
percent
versus
of
GX,
the
where they did lose on split. They had an
skin bundle.
incredibly like sort of good comeback. We've had that all the way through. And we'll see what's going to be on the cards here, because again, they've taken a pause, but I feel like it's only really going to
The Slug Scribes guy's there again. Damn, bro, he's
I
hit
don't
the
expect this
whole
pause to
time,
be
hit the
centered
whole
around a
week.
Big pistol
Sick.
play, but who knows? For Team Heretics, 2 rounds on the board. It's definitely not the start they were looking for. Even just in your minds right now, Team Heretics have to occupy that spot as one of the best within the EMEA. I think results recently, some teams have been able to land a few punches on them, but never the killing blow. For Koi, 5-2.
Yeah, and this one's just an eco
Up
and
against
like a
pistols.
real
This is their
low
chance to at least
eco.
guarantee neck and
This
neck
is
at
a
the half,
perfect
but from
example of
this
one of
one,
those
we're gonna
rounds where
so
I'd like
much
them
more.
to just
Bosch
buy like
going
a
up and
ghost
over.
or something. Just scout out one of these sites so they don't go into a stack.
He's out of here and he's
They did
caught
like a
running
second
down
round.
to 1 HP.
Perfect
Great
example.
setup to start this out, and it's bought them the space.
I at least like
The
that
only
they
problem is
5-person
the
stack
flag
though,
coming through.
trying to make sure they don't lose any
Players
guns.
stacked
But
up, but look at Koi. They've sent 4 players back. Anything Heretics can do, they can do better, and they've got the numbers, they've got the weapons. They just don't have the info on Wood up close. A
don't
chance
give them a
for
gun
him,
on this.
but a Goliath of a performance needed.
Oh
he's
no.
going to get that second.
Oh,
Gun retrieved.
Oh, boy.
Even gets the shot to Shados as well. Now this thing gets a little bit worrying. It would have to be an ace, and he's low on HP. Time is ticking against him as well, so he needs to get a move on. A player in the close corner at this point of the round might not be expected, and Starzo will put an
it's still
end
though,
to
it is a nice
what was
attempt
a
and he did
terrifying
good damage.
response
Not
with
that the
just
damage
pistol.
matters too much, they got a lot of money here.
Makes things a little bit more damaging, but again, the economy for Koi is in a pretty damn good spot. But now we have that purchase back on the board for Heretics, and well, this is where they really need to start turning things around, because when you look at their game versus Gentlemates, they
incentive bonuses go crazy.
time.
I mean, yeah, hitting champs is a big thing.
So
It seems like they're adding like a few in, right? Even the Ascension stuff. The fact you can stay in the league, that's good. Definitely trying to make sure that teams are focusing on building better rosters.
I don't think I've seen Woot have a big whiff before. One or two little incidents here or there, but yeah, it just feels like Heretics not on their game. It's unusual to see that, and I don't think we'll see it for too much longer. But for Koi, that means building up every round that they can here to give them the advantage when they move into that next half. Foundations are laid. They can still come out of this with the beauty in their hands. Woot, he's spotted in the corner, and what a shot that was.
Dude,
straight
like
down and out of the
Ammo
round.
and Grabinho,
Heretics under pressure. The lockdown is going to send them back to the spawn. And they're forced
yeah,
into
and
a
they
retake.
missed with this as well.
Luckily, they have a
That's a
lockdown of
free
their own.
site. Do they want to invest ults to try retake this 4v5? Yes, okay, that's an instant answer. Maybe an overstep, but I understand it because they're probably trying to fight over towards screens to get the ult down.
Which will force these players back or force them forward. Shadow's going to go for the fight with the operator. Now, there should be a res unless someone's going to try and
does he
stick
get the
around.
nade in time?
In fact, two
they might
players
have.
are currently trying to stick around.
It's
They're
close,
almost
man.
Guaranteed.
No.
This is an interesting
He threw the
strategy,
nade.
now
It was
they
one
can walk
extra
back
tick,
into
and they
this
thought
side.
they had the
First one's
timing
free.
for it.
Starzo had no chance. The second one's free as well. This one
Yeah,
of
the
the
K
weirdest
will
rounds
really
I've seen
messed them up
in a
on
long,
this.
long
Oh
time.
my god, now we're
It's
mollying
like I
ourselves.
assumed there was some sort of plan here.
They took my
and then now
advice.
It's all being picked apart. It's down to Shados in a 1 versus 4.
Wrong team, man.
I am perplexed as to what
Wrong
the plan
team,
was
don't do
there
it.
from the side of Koi.
That's crazy.
I feel like I could say, because we were very nice to Grabinho in the first few rounds, he even missed a snake bite. I mean,
I don't think it
he bounced it back
That
at
is a
himself.
little bit
Come
unlucky.
on,
The
2 more
KO,
seconds. Two players aggressively
Molly
held up.
was
I mean,
on point.
I
It
guess they
just didn't have enough
expected
time
them to push a
because of
little bit
the
earlier.
KO ult to
Then
counter
when
the
they
KO.
didn't, like Starzo just went, I'm not leaving. I'm just gonna commit to it. I'm just gonna commit.
Ult down destroyed. It might have destroyed after it had done the
I
wave.
need teammates who are that happy when they retake versus 2 players who can't move. Yes!
nice entry.
Nice shot! Amazing Lear!
Oh, God.
It was really, really close. Like, really close. Okay, Shadow 1 away
Sider's going to appreciate that one.
from his ult.
6-3, a 3-round gap. Heretics,
And
honestly,
we have a
given
personal
bit of a
guide
lifeline in that last. It was
getting
an
Woot
opening
set up
pick
just
onto
in case
Woot.
there was a turret here to
Lockdown
break
for
it, so we
site
didn't realize the
control.
op was here. They hear the alarm bot, they go searching for the alarm bot. Nice shot, man.
Fishy's ever had, and there's the shot from Woot. Connected off rip. Again, it's Grabinho.
Yeah, I like
going
this little
down.
bait where they
If
put
you're
the
gonna
alarm
take it
bot here,
towards
though.
B, there's a lot of
If you're gonna
problems
go
spawning
searching.
from not having that man around.
That definitely makes things more difficult. And maybe if they can get themselves the Thrash,
They short with the ult.
which seems to be
Ooh.
goal, Minibu's just been picked off from above. That's a huge kill
Hello.
to get them
Look
at
at
least
the
a
orb.
little bit more space. And in the meantime, Camo's going to try and go walkabouts. Boo just almost swings on him, takes that fight. Shaders might be feeling a little bit nervous. Rian turning the tide once again puts that advantage further in the Heretics' control. Starzo now needs to connect a couple of shots. It's not going great. 360.
I think they're trying to be too smart in this
Style
one. Just keep it
points.
simple.
Maybe he's playing the controller version. There used to be a 360 button you could click that would make you do like a little spin. I don't know if they have that in Valorant. I haven't played that version
I
yet.
don't think so. I haven't.
It needs to be added in. There you go.
I haven't downloaded it. I did hear that.
Like if
console
teams
dev,
use
you need a 360
starting middle, they must always set up
Yeah, I
for
heard
someone
that,
there.
Marcus,
Yeah,
one
I
of
mean
the
it's
streamers in here
often
today,
people
I
do
heard that
anti
he
into
played
that though.
the console
Like you'll do
beta. Played a
anti into like
tournament,
this
actually.
recon
that's
means
Meg's
what
friend,
kind of
right?
default.
That's Meg's friend.
Next
Indeed.
friend, okay.
So
And,
they probably
no
they
problem,
probably
I should
mix it
probably
up
lead with
a
that,
fair amount.
But, yeah, I believe he was on a team with Cairo. That's Haz's friend.
Oh,
And
wait, who? No, sorry, that's me,
don't
that's
be
me.
rude to them. that was Tom, guys. That wasn't me. But yeah, I think he had a great time there. Well, we can ask him later if they got the 360 button in. Oh, that was a beautiful shot. And yeah, for Heretics, I guess they're back in the groove. Woot picking off some openings. We are seeing Koi, though, being able to deliver a few of those shots. Some of their returns, I mean, taking down Minibu here from afar, tapping him away on the A side. It's looked good at times. And they are going to call a timeout again. It was a decent lead. Now we've seen 4 out of the last 6 rounds go to Heretics. They're starting to pick up a bit of momentum. There were some mistakes by Koi 2 rounds ago as well.
Almeti, I've always had it, bro. I just didn't.
Their coaching staff to sit
Just
down
didn't have
and
the
a
cable.
chat.
Yeah, I think also for for Koi, just going back to basics a little bit. Like we see them getting picked off in these rounds, but it seems like when you have the sort of setup behind Camo to go for those entries,
am I expecting to see Abyss or teams ban it out?
12 and 7 right now.
Teams,
the mid peaks that we
teams
saw it
might
last round,
ban
they
it.
had trouble
Teams will
with.
probably ban it out.
Is trying to counter Benji because Benji has just been walking up mid in a lot of these positions, and
I'm
it gives
expecting
so much
Fnatic to
over
pick
to the side
it.
of Heretics.
I'm expecting
HyperX
to pick it.
Everyone
Everyone who's kind of had a little bit longer. Fnatic got really lucky with the
they didn't really have any problems, even if there was 3-4 players waiting.
They got
for them
2
on that
weeks.
side. They also come in with Thrash as well,
and
especially for a more
they
direct
knew
approach,
before the 2 weeks that they were in
clear out a lot of the dodgy corners, and well, when you're already running this like quad molly setup where you could just molly any corner.
Is Talon really going to use Primi in the team secret match? Yeah, that's the only reason they're signing him so early. It's
It seems like
it's bold, but he's got to be unbelievable, man. He must be insane if you're willing to take a risk like that. And I think it says a lot. If you have that much belief in him, he might not be nervous. Just knowing that the coach and the team have that much belief in him. See, that's like my only worry for him, that he'll be nervous.
Look at Heretics on the way. We've seen Benji Fishy move back to mid. The reinforcements with Boo coming into the A site now. They are very much ready for this attack to
What role does he play? Rank Demon, man, plays everything. Oh, the timing on that knife is outrageous. Yeah, stops them using the fish.
Clears the corners for a second till that knife comes in.
Yeah, that's the thing. That counter.
Is he from? Thailand.
By Mini-Boo.
Thailand, Rank Demon, like what, 6 games on VLR? All kind of tier 3 stuff.
A lot more, but you kind of want to keep some of that for the post plant. Grabinho has also used his, and yet to really clear out any of the players within the site. Camo leading the charge again. So good for those entries. Another comes up for Grabinho.
And do we overheat for this guy? We call Ice Camo. We don't tunnel vision.
They haven't actually been able to deal with him. Riens will live to fight another day, and that might be something they regret.
Can you save your team?
2 quick kills. Camo needs to hit the shot, and he does. But the trade is
insane
immediate.
trade. Has a nade, pretty doable.
Does have himself a molly,
good reposition. Man, it's unlucky. Heretics played this really well, though. Shout out to Riens again. Yeah, he's going to get his ult into this one, looking like a 6-6. They still have full buy, though. Delivered by Kiki. A whole year. Thank you so much. Appreciate the tier 1. Thank you for doing that. Did I watch the 1v1 from Governor? Yes, I watched a little bit of it. On Ascent, right?
Everything with his sail. 6 to 5.
Yeah, he's
1 round gap.
Fast, bro.
A great recovery for Heretics. This started out very favorably for this attacking side. So, like
Dude,
said,
I love how he's not trying to tilt here.
Stay cold, even here on Icebox for too long. They're definitely warmed up now, and the challenge is there for Koi to meet them.
Light taps, yeah.
Pound.
Letting the desk off easy on this.
Ults now stacking up. And actually, Mini-Boo's going to be the one.
They flash to take the angle.
Reason being the Blade Storm.
Mini-Boo now gets dropped to the up. What a shot, man. What an absolute shot.
It helps having a superstar duelist that can also play a KO. But now that opening pick already going in the other direction. They're going to try and double back towards this A side, but you can see the man they're going to have to face.
They're all on VCT when they can add their players? Yeah, 48 hours before.
Coming towards the end of the half, Woot 7 and 10 with some opportunities previously. This man's not going to stay that quiet for too much longer. And here's his chance. Reveal from Riens. It's gone up and in. And although it's not needed, Woot's already down. Traded out in the 1-for-1 fight, but that's enough. When you're 4 versus 3, when you've got a Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, and they got to speed up a little bit because you would imagine that the plant is going to get stopped from the Sova ult. It's pretty much how Heretics always use it.
They are just waiting on the side of Heretics, allowing them in, and I think in just a moment, I'm curious to see, will we get the Hunter's
I got you, man, tomorrow, surely.
We will, yeah.
Well, unfortunate for little bro. He's not going to live to tell the tale, and even a tag onto Camo,
an extra bit of damage, and now they got 20 seconds to plant. Who is a non-believer?
Can be something that
Who did not think he was planning it?
Not far away. He's left on just 45 HP. But he will
they have a set plan with one of the
Shadow going to go aggressive. And again, these trades from Heretics are always so quick. They don't allow for anyone to really get away with anything up until Shadows. Now it's left on to
okay, 7. They kind of stole this. 30, 5. Yeah, I feel like Heretics
Absolutely.
I don't know.
They
The
fought
call
tooth
came
and
in.
nail for it.
Boo
Even
took
there
a
in the
bit of a
last round,
gamble
down
that
a
they weren't
margin
actually
of
sticking to the
35
plan.
HP across 2 players.
That
Just to
Molly
get it across the line, but
might
they've
have
done
changed it all
And
up
with a
into the
7-5
shock.
scoreline, yeah. Like you said, what last time
So I want to
Heretics had 8
clarify.
rounds?
I can't read. So they are normally better on their defensive.
Heretics are.
Yes,
Kento,
it is.
Kento
10-2.
1704.
They have
2
always been
years
very
in the
good
Slow Club. Thank you so much for the
defensively
support, bro.
on this map, and it was versus
Appreciate you,
mates
Kento.
where they had the struggles on their attack.
Let's
now,
go,
I will say
okay.
that I don't want to say that that's going to necessarily mean the be-all and end-all of this game. We know that, especially
EMEA, man, straight in.
if something does go wrong like that, they're going
Love
to be
that.
in the shop working on it. Like maybe they don't have time to
Virile, how we doing as well?
revolutionize their Icebox,
13
but some of the
months.
problems that they
Abyss
have
is by
versus
far
mates
the worst
will have
map
been
you've
looked
ever
over.
played in the game. Damn,
And
dudes.
even just getting off to a good start on the pistol.
When Breeze, Icebox, and Original Pearl
we
exists,
know
that's
that
crazy.
Woot, with the right support,
I agree. I
can
don't think
cover
it's
any-
going to be good in ranked. Pro players should be pretty good.
Attempting desperately to destroy that alarm bot, but it has carried through. So there's
It's got an ISO shield.
That's just placed an inch
Yeah,
back
I can
from where
understand how it's
expected,
not
I
good
think,
in
more
ranked
so.
with like 14
Really?
to,
Yeah.
what is it, 18 seconds
I don't think
rotate.
They've patched
You
that
just
in
don't know the
just
new
yet.
tech.
Just
They'll be holding
rotate
it
simulator.
down soon.
What is
And
this, a
then,
cypher
and then when your team's
from the
angry
side
of
of Koi,
rotating, they can just jump off the
defensively,
map.
They have that bit of control on mid. Now they go back out to clear it out. It's wide open, and they've realized why. It was a full play into the A site. Plant
Yeah,
down,
it's
Team
not great.
Heretics leave Miniboo on site, leave Woot up close. These are the guys you want to take those scrappy fights. Boo's there. In fact, they're all grouping up. They're getting ready to take this one as a team. Nade primed and ready, but caught with it in hand. That's
Yeah,
free
he can't be
kills
taking
for the
first
side of
contact
Koi,
like
and they're
that.
right back into the retake.
Oh, Benji. He's up close. He's dead. There's no way you get out
we
of
had
that one
wall,
alive. And he's gonna shoot the
into
low bar. He's not
smoke
gonna
to
get it.
secure half.
The
Dude, that was
fuse will come
nice.
through, but I don't
Yeah,
think
double
it mattered
pistol.
too much in the end. 8-5 in favor of Koi. A really clean retake, but yeah, it definitely seemed like the timing there from the side of Heretics was
Fnatic
just a
versus
little bit
Liquid,
off.
a Giga
Maybe not
Banger or a
expecting anybody
blowout.
to just walk their way in.
I'm
think
hoping-
maybe Miniboo was waiting for some steps or
hoping
some
it's a
utility
banger.
Util,
or
yeah.
just
I'm a little bit
something
worried for
to come
Liquid
his way, and
map
because they
wise.
just swing in dry. Well, he definitely wasn't prepared.
Yeah, I think especially in that situation.
But I also
what do we
think,
see
again,
after
in
those
this
first
game,
two
who
kills
wants it
came in,
more
2
is a
seconds later,
big
Shadow popped out
aspect.
the dizzy.
And
I think that was the point of contact.
Liquid
You'd
should want it more.
expect when a team is completely locked out of A.
Dreddy fought with the 5 months. Thank you so much, man.
Usually want to have some intel.
Thank you
before
very
they
much
go
for
in.
using the
Is there a
prime.
player down below? Like the fact we saw
Fnatic ban
Rian's
Sunset,
wait 10
that's
seconds
also
before going for a retake, so
not
he'd
the
have
best
that
for
reveal to
Liquid.
work with. But they didn't do that here. They went a bit unhinged,
Okay.
and it worked
Heretics.
perfectly. It's caught Heretics
Oh,
off guard.
hey, they are not falling
Not
for
long-
that
long
one.
for this world,
The
unfortunately.
inside over
Caught with a
towards
snake
here,
bite,
they
forced
Viper
back,
molly
Benji
it just in
tagged up,
case
and
once the wall went
that's
down.
well,
Yeah,
one.
been doing some
Marshall's in
research.
play. They've got 2 to work. Yeah, the tags are coming in. This is a lot of damage for Koi, and even just losing 1 player so far, they should be able to clean up most of these fights relatively easily. 45
If
and
Heretics
17
lose this,
HP
to Fnatic
on Benji
also
and
qualify
Woot.
for
It's
champs.
basically Miniboo
That
has
sounds
to do
about right.
the heavy
Points
damage.
wise.
He's not in the
I think that
greatest
is right.
spot either for a
Fourth
Marshall
seed,
play,
though.
but as you said, with both other players being so low, he
Probably
almost
want to
has try and
avoid whoever's
take
going to
the
win
initiative,
Pacific and
hoping that
Americas.
somebody makes a mistake, and they do not.
And maybe
Nice
FPX.
shot from Woot, though. That's going to be Shader's down. No way he checks the corner again. 2 players in the close corner is definitely a gamble, but it's one that pays off. Anything from here, though, would be a large amount of damage,
30 seconds
forcing
left.
either rebuys or a weaker purchase. And he has seen the player in the corner, but he forgot that he was there, I guess.
I guess you think he's going to reposition, right? You assume he's going to move, but he didn't. 9 to
You're
5.
assuming the guy that eats salami banana sandwiches is going to do the logical thing.
What?
Yeah, like again, if I hadn't seen the man confirm, like with my own eyes, confirm that that's a thing he does, I wouldn't believe you. Even still,
Nice.
even after the tweet.
But
But-
there is a recorded content piece where he almost triples down.
I don't
He's
know.
a big fan.
Salami and banana. I don't know who started mixing bananas and
That
meat.
that sounds like you have bread and 2 things left in your fridge.
Yeah. It's the only thing going for you.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's
even then,
actually
you'd
very
probably
accurate.
choose just salami.
Give me a water sandwich before that. Goodness gracious.
Flash over.
A little bit of aggression coming through, and I think
Wait, they
Flash
peeked before the flash?
for
The double hit?
Peeking? I'm not sure when they were going to use that.
Wait,
There
and
it
then
is
the flash
popped
goes
out
in
just
now?
to slow them down, I guess, but no re-swings on the back of it. For Koi, even still.
Red
they've
Paint.
Woot
Red Paint
down to
24
30
with the
HP and got a
Prime.
lot of
Thank you so
info
much for
on
the
the
3
early
months.
play
Thank you,
towards
thank
A.
you. Maybe they're trying to
What do you do with
condition
that from
them
this
the
point
fact that they
goes?
can peek without the flash, so you have
I
to
guess
always
you're
have
gonna
someone
go
holding it,
aggressive again,
so they
see
can
if
eat the
they're still
flash.
here. Re-flash from Starzo. This will catch most players. The problem is it's anti-flash from Woot.
Wow, he actually just turns and
Yeah,
fights.
they got. I mean,
wondered
you
if they
got
were
to
going to
flash
throw
it.
a dizzy as well, because they could
You
have
can't
double
dry
flashed.
you
Yeah,
can't
they could
try
have even
swing that
retrieved one of them
twice,
back.
really.
The swing from Boo doesn't really garner anything, but the ruse has
Shout out
not really been
to
solved.
Heretics
Two
for at least
players still
punishing it,
committed
I guess.
to either
If they had
side.
left here, then that probably wins
Koi,
the round.
confident.
It's a bonus. You
Also in
can
their
do
individual
risks like this
ability
from
that-
Koi.
That ability to trade, and well, the knife is definitely going to give the game away. Immediately, you're going to see the steps of Shados look to move towards that side of the map. Starzo not connecting, but Shadow's done well. Tagged desperately though, and well, not going to get out of there. A 2 versus 4 retake, definitely going to be tough, but as a bonus, they might just give it a go.
Yeah, I think you still roll the dice on this, especially someone's
might
going
as
to be
well.
calling that they've tagged Woot pretty
Want to
low.
do damage? Make sure next round you can reset.
I think the re-aggression from Camo up towards Nest was, it's a little bit much that late in the round to not have any information to throw through first, but again, it's an attempt at a stealthy play that hasn't quite worked out. These players tucked in, just waiting for the tap to come through. And from that point, there's going to be a lot of targets coming into your vision. Good luck to you, Grabinho. He's had a couple of 3Ks so far,
some
but
damage,
this time
though.
it's denied after 2.
3 guns.
Heretics, 6 on the
Double
board.
armor.
They're not going to fall behind by that much. The round
that all
gap
day.
down to 3. It's manageable.
Yeah, they made it costly. That's at least something. They'll be purchasing back into this round and be relatively comfortable. Shadow again is going to have himself the Thrash available, which for the most part, unless they've got a very aggressive strategy that they want to try and throw in, it's just going to be used for retaking. But it doesn't mean they could potentially gamble on one side of the map, maybe use it even for information in the early round. On the other side though, Heretics seem like they're already very committed
Okay,
to an aggressive A play.
let's see if we can do this properly. Official into the round. We
Very
have
much all in
mollies.
for that initial
Make
fight
sure
at
we
least.
can leave the
Already
site to
claimed
play
control over
retake with the
pipes.
official.
Drone goes
It's a
through,
good
and
setup.
that means they're gonna keep
They're
on
fighting
going,
over towards
taking all
B
that
to use the
space
official
towards the
off
site.
the contact as well. So
It's an
we know what
immediate
we're doing
retake
with the
setup.
official
Like,
here.
There's already
Planning
4 or 5
ahead.
players outside of the site. Only goal is
Looking
to delay.
good.
They're going to have themselves the mollies to try and
Flash,
slow that down
flash.
as much as possible. And this is
Okay,
where
let's
Thrash
hope
will go
Stoxo
in.
flashes with it.
Now with 2 players down below, that's a big danger. Already caught one, but there's plenty here to provide support. It's awkward, and it ends up with Koi having a big advantage to work around. No spike plant even still. It's dropped way in the open, and Benji's got to go swinging into it, just like Boo did. Doesn't look like he'll fall just yet. These players tucked in, ready to
The gun
swing
barrel,
on
yeah.
the contact, on the push forward.
Oh
They
my
might even give
God,
him a
did
bit of
his
space.
teammates
50
see
seconds
it?
left. He could run back if he wanted to.
See it now.
Instead, looking
Go.
for fights. And there it is, offered up on a
Huge.
golden plate, but taken back.
Yeah, they
just
played
as
it really
quickly.
well,
Koi
and this is
10-6.
like one of my
Double
criticisms when
digits
you looked at
acquired. Losing
NRG,
the previous
like
is
stuff
fine.
like
They
this.
did damage
All
now,
plans based
securing
around the
themselves the
ult
win,
in the
upsetting
big buy
rhythm of
round
the
is the
early
one.
half for Team Heretics. And
This
putting
is
themselves one
the
step
thing that
closer
I felt like
to
NRG
taking
were
the
lacking
map.
heavy.
1-0 up in the series. I know you said that Bind and
was a
Haven
good
favor
sign.
Heretics, and I have to agree with you, but it's got to feel good to have a tangible opportunity to take down what crowd that
Gun
most
barrel,
people
yeah,
say
always
the
in
new
that
game.
corner. If you look over
The
towards the
other
right,
thing
you can
as
see
well is
him.
For Koi and for their individual players, this is a showcase. Like, we know for them an off-season is coming. There's going to be trials. There's going to be people looking for players. Koi are going to be deciding
force him down to an
maybe who they
eco.
want to keep. It's a
Double
brutal way to
hero
look at
guns
things,
and
but that is the
knives, not
truth.
bad.
So for them, this is a showcase, even if it's just
Uh,
of individual
Koza
ability of their
UK.
team play. And right
I
now,
think
they're
Heretics
showing
will
that
only
doesn't
be
matter who
showing
they're
old
up
things
against.
if they've already
We've
locked
seen it
in
over
the
the
top
last few
2. Yeah,
weeks.
pretty much.
they can fight against anyone. Now for now,
I reckon they would have taken
this
this week pretty
presence
chill
early,
as
but
well.
Spike is down
That's
outside,
what I imagine.
back towards the spawn. So chances are there's not going to be a
Koza,
massive
thank you though.
commitment
Appreciate
here, but
the
when you have
3
a lower
months,
buy
man.
like this, you're going to take some gambles. I'm actually not sure how Boo survived that. Look, it was a headshot. I guess it was just through the corner of the box.
yeah.
They're not locked in top 2 though, right? They're just
A
locked
little bit of
in
environmental
to
armor helped them out.
normal playoffs.
Rifle retrieved for Benji.
Think we're
Fishy
limb, I'm pretty
space
sure.
taken. The spike's a little late to the party, so they're not quite able to
They
get
are top 2?
themselves
Oh, okay, well
immediately
then
onto the site.
100%.
Allows for a setup from Koi. You can see
Yeah, I wouldn't
Shados and
would have just
Starzo
given them a week
sitting
off
outside
probably.
this B
5
site,
days.
but they'll be blocked out by the wall thanks to Boost still being alive. Space will be taken. Knife will give the information. One up close. Here comes Hunter's Fury. Thrown through blind. It's caught. One tag. There's a kill as well. And it's followed through up top. Shados in the meantime, though, he picked up 2. tanked the Hunter's Fury for it, and despite the plant being down, Boo still low from earlier, only has Rienz to back him
recon.
up. The numbers thinned out. Boo.
Yeah, Rienz will see it. Oh, he shouldn't have given away his pulse, surely.
Stuck in a corner? Hey, I mean, rolling the dice is one way to put it. Boo's all alone, and they know where he is. They'll tap this spike, pull him into the open, and take him
running
down.
away with it a little bit. This is a massive buy run from Heretics. Let's see if they call a timeout.
These last few weeks.
Really just be chill with it. Who knows?
I'm still having flashbacks to that 0.0 second clutch versus Na'Vi. But even just some of these scenarios, like he is being pushed on by 2 players. I think they took away his utility, and he was being hit by a Hunter's Fury. He survives the round. Like, he's there at the end of it as well. The guy is 17-7 right now. And even though, as I said, like maybe his tenure in Koi hasn't gone amazingly, I do think there's going to be a lot of teams looking at Shadow just going, hey, this is a previous champion. This is a guy who's been there, done that, got the t-shirt. And he's still like putting up numbers against the best of the best. I'll be honest, I'd be devastated if we don't see him in the EMEA next year. Like, devastated. The guy is just too good.
What about Shados? Shados will get a team.
Floating around.
Yeah, Defo is in the tier 2
Defo's
somewhere,
here.
you know?
I'm just saying, bring him back. Bring him back, the Scrim Demons.
There's a few, like, well, we've got a game coming up next, which I think a few people in the audience might be here for. I don't know how you're getting those 2 players on the same team.
That's going to be tough.
Because I don't think either, like, Liquid would have to give probably their best player and current IGL and Chronicle.
Last place team get demoted? Nah, nothing like that.
Chronicle. Yeah. Like, who's getting rid of Chronicle? Only someone with a screw loose. So, yeah. We need someone with deep pockets if we want to bring that one back.
Bring back the NA crypto money. That's the only way we can get it done.
Please
don't. It's the only way we can get it done.
Please don't.
Well, you know what? For Mech, I'm going to do it.
We can get it done for a week.
I'm opening a new Forex platform. I'm not really. No one should. 11-6, 2-round gap between them. And Koi, well, they've certainly found their footing. They've looked incredible. And a map win like
really
this,
just went for TSM like that.
13-6 to 13-8, something strong. That's going to set them up nicely moving into bind. Flash, Starzo swing, and players from further back and getting involved in the action, but
yeah, extra flash.
Oh,
Benji saved him.
Starts gorgeous stuff from Benji from far back. 4 versus 2, and now the world is Heretics Oyster. They can go wherever they want. Group up, take the spike, and blast
really close to
and
some
even
ults.
just pumping the brakes serves its purpose. Koi start to second guess if the hits.
Next round's gonna be pretty wild.
For now, though, they're sitting tight.
Seems like Gravino is going to push up. Rienz is way too. It was. That's a nasty shot. Mini Boo low, both players in the right place at the right time. There is an opportunity still to go back, but instead they're going to look to fight forward. The man they're up against, though, is a man they have to be careful of. Shados in a 1 versus 3 scenario. Spike not yet planted. Don't really have a lot to clear him out. The knife. Utilize a snake bite, could force him back, but they're almost just waiting. He's going to try and use this time, and the wall's gone down. Spots both players in the first choice immediate, but
they at least did damage those 2.
Benji is just as quick.
Until they can reset him and just run away with it.
The knife, but I think it landed on a crane up above. Unlucky. There's a few environmental hazards blocking that sky utility.
Koi looking like locking Koi. Pretty much once they accepted they couldn't qualify, they've been looking really good.
They were set up to be a bit more dangerous, but it was lucky that Heretics had a lot of their players tucked in behind. They don't get
this is definitely their best map though.
They don't get caught by Dizzy, they're swinging in and then able to take the fights from further back. Benji was also watching the flank, so even as the utility started to connect, he's able to come in, a fresh set of eyes, and bring it across the line. Still a 4-round gap though. Plenty of opportunities for Koi, and Camo's creating his own. Viper's
no
pit
idea.
activated. Oh, he's lucky to get out of there. The pit's covered his retreat.
Yeah, he was not feeling comfy. He rushed the shot a little bit.
You have a Viper's pit go down immediately, and a guy with an operator goes over the top of it.
Is the dead team buff real? It actually is. The nothing to lose buff. Yeah.
Right now, well,
I can put myself on the shop window for next year.
On the other side of the map.
Yeah.
It does leave Shadow somewhat alone. Like, this is a peculiar setup. You got a Viper's pit, you got an operator jet, and you have 2 other players. Like, they were almost certain, it seems, that this was going to be a commitment. And well, actually, they've swapped that operator so that Camo can get up in their face.
The late lurk from Benji. I wonder if he'll even get a fake
lockdown.
Yeah, okay. All right, there it is. Fake lockdown put into play. This is to cause problems. You get the lockdown out of the other side,
But
but there it is.
insta worked out that it, and the fact that Jed is close and here's the runaway.
It's
There's gonna be so many people here.
But he missed it. Saw it on the minimap, just barely allowing Benji Fishy to thread the needle and get back towards his teammates.
I wonder if Starkso should have popped his ult and run closer here.
Much as he wants to.
We'll see. He's going to save it for the retake. Can he do it before Boo ults?
I think maybe they were hoping that lockdown
Oh.
might be available here. Committed as a counter to the opponent. Now
I
they
think
have
it
to try
reached
and just fight this
Viper.
one without those extra ultimates. Shados not able to land that shot. The
Gonna
passive
run out, though.
positions, though he does get one eventually. Re-ends with a trade again, but it is Koi coming out on top here. That time is ticking though, and a lot of low HP players. It has to be the swing.
Oh,
And in
okay. Dude, the
end,
timing of
nothing
this
found.
from
Koi are gonna get
Starkso,
themselves a
that was
12th
very
round
nice.
onto the board. 5
See, the Viper
chances
was just running up to the
take
top
a
to actually
match
use his
off
ult here.
Heretics. Obviously, it's their choice, but even still, come back to me at the beginning of split 1 and tell me
Yeah,
this
looking
was
like
gonna
one of
happen,
those
and
who wants it
I'd have
more
called you
thing
mad.
coming into play.
Come back to me at the end of split 1, even still. At the start of split 2, the end of split 2. We got a lot of time. I don't think there's a time frame you could bring this up that I'd give you the time of day, but here we are. 5 chances. And in this round as well, great stuff from Starzo. You know, he might be bottom of the scoreboard, but my guy comes in, pops the ultimate, cancels out anything else. Yeah, well, 16 assists is one thing. And then also,
We waited too much for the ult. He got, I mean, he couldn't do anything. Starkso ulted him.
Heretics site control advantage.
There's nothing he could do about it, really.
And instead,
And by the time I think he could ult, it goes to 3. I think there's like 3 before.
Camo falls back. It's the wise play.
Yeah, I think realizing
Right,
that
5 chances.
anybody could have crossed over that angle
And
already.
Bind and Haven. Dude, there's a good chance we go Haven here.
Woot now seemingly convinced this time. We
It
remember
depends how much Heretics
Minibu
actually
running
won
past
this.
an
If
angle
it doesn't
that they'd
mean too
already
much.
cleared. This time they're trying to clear an angle that no longer
Might
has
just be
anybody on
chilling.
it. First kill goes the way of Camo. Now the buy is not fantastic. The updraft actually saves Woot.
Bro, this guy
Well, he
is
lives to fight
so
another day.
frantic.
Benji,
I don't know if he has
while
high
this has been
center, if
going
it's
on, is
just
trying to make a play
swinging
through
his
middle,
mouse
but
around.
There is a turret blocking him.
I like the reaction from Heretics. As soon as they realize that Grabinho has pushed B because the turret got contact, all 3 players are sprinting back. They're looking to take this fight, to isolate the player who got aggressive. I'm at the push up now by Benji, having made it through the kitchen. There's nowhere to go. You see Grabinho, he realizes he's stuck, has to take
that
the
was the
fight,
big
and he will
player.
not stand for the late round.
Yeah,
The
well,
plant instead
Heretics win
coming
this one.
through. Viper's pit
We will
online,
use his ult in this, though.
available. I think going to be utilized from on top of the box.
He
as we
wrist
see this
aims.
quite a
Okay,
lot.
he's
There
got
it
some
is.
high sensor.
That's a huge defensive tool for Heretics now as they look to lock down this spike for the late round.
They also left Benji aggressive. This spot has caught out Shadow. Some of that retake utility is now gone, and for the side of Koi, I think they've actually decided just to hold on to their
Yeah,
economy.
I think that's so fine as well. Just care about your own money. You only need 1 round.
You got an operator.
It's down to
Do you
4
really wanna
chances,
try and risk
and
it
they could
through a
easily just
Viper's
chill and
pit
just get some of these
with
big
a man
ults.
disadvantage? No.
Would they be able
So
to
they're
get him in
gonna play
time?
this one
Probably.
safe, not take the
Bugsy.
risk. And well, it does mean that
Or
Heretics
Bugsy,
will
I
get
should
there
say.
first on what
Thank you
needs
so
to be
much for the
a
3
5-round
months.
streak.
Well, I think this is Koi
Happy
just
birthday, happy
learning
birthday
from
as
the
well.
trauma of losing
Appreciate the
big
prime.
leads,
Hope you're
right?
having a good
I
birthday.
think Vine coming up next is a great example for them as well. They'll be thinking back to what happened before. I think they were 11-3 up, ended up losing the map. And granted, against Fnatic, but I think for this squad, they know now. They've learned it the hard way. You play the numbers, you play the percentages all the way down to the wire. And in this instance, well, it's the counter of what we saw in the previous round. All right.
Don't think that
The
was...
most
Yeah, don't think that was the
excited I've
the
ever
round
seen
that
a
they
coach
lost.
When he hears
we
the,
saved once!
Yeah.
That's
Get
it.
in!
He heard
Either
the
that or they
idea
just
of,
got
"Guys,
exposed
guys,
for
play the
betting
pit down." Maybe we should say,
for betting on the other
"Yes!"
team.
You know, that's when you can tell your teachings are working. Barbar's a happy man today.
Definitely the round before.
Oh, God.
I like it.
We've seen this fight before, though. And I
Happy
will
for
be
the
honest,
decision to
I wanna
save,
see a
yeah.
flash this time. Because they've attempted it. It's only for the fallback, and while you peek into Woot without anything,
That's actually what the
chance of you
that's what the
finding
Talon
that kill
coaches
are
looked like when they were
slim
playing
to none.
Zeta, realizing they were going to avoid
It's
Gen
already
G with a
gonna be
loss.
The operator down, saved
every round
seemingly for
celebrating.
no reason. Heretics just keeping things calm.
Danger T,
Slowly
Steven, thank you
taking
so much for the
control on
prime,
other
man.
side of the map.
Appreciate
Now,
you.
I think they've started to note as well that
Thank you
Grabinho,
for that,
a lot
dude.
of the
Welcome
time
in.
is left on his own, already pre-firing the angle. He's been playing with his one-way smoke, and it doesn't force a rotation yet, but it is going to be in the back of the minds of this defensive side now that he is left no man's land.
Deploying drone.
Still turret contact around mid. No opportunity to go for the flank. Koi instead to bolster down the site defense, and caught reloading. It's not the way to start.
I think
Shadow
you gotta
down and out of
smoke.
the round.
Maybe the timing for the
Shadows close by.
call for the
Grabinho on
wall
other
here was a
side
bit
of the
too
map.
late.
Someone needs to step
I
it up.
say
Best
maybe,
chances are when
100%.
they're making their way through that choke point, but the shots don't land. Big problems brewing. And the CTs, the defenders,
I want
are
to go
outta
back here again.
They'll see this through to the
Save.
next round with 3 rifles. At least they'll hope for
3
it.
chances now.
Yeah, it seems like back-to-back saves has got to be a little bit frustrating. Like, these aggressive plays now, I think, have just become too telegraphed, but also I don't like the fact that they're not using their utility for it. Like, especially when you have a dizzy. Like, you can literally throw it, bounce it off a wall so it comes back, or you could just throw it up in the air to potentially flash someone
Can't be
deeper and
calling
then
it
go
that,
for
surely.
a slightly shallower peak. Instead, it's just, okay, can Camo
Boy,
win
looking
a
good on
fight
Icebox.
versus
Yeah,
someone
they have
holding
for
an
like the
angle,
past 3
and he
Iceboxes.
doesn't know which angle they're holding. Like, it's just such a hard duel to win. And sure, he's been great, but it just seems so optimistic, especially when you had 2 players with flashes on that side. Holding this gun might be difficult, especially now that Shados is facing the wrong way. And while the save ends up just being 1 gun kept.
I'd like to see what Barbar thought about that. Jumping for joy that they got the one across the line.
He's over the moon.
The calf work's been going well, I suppose. 12 to 9.
I don't know why for a second I thought we were going to cut to Barbar. And I'll just have PTSD of the cam. Instead, we're going to get a Koi pause. And it's only been a couple in a row. A little bit less energetic on the other side.
Well, I think it's
His
the right
map
call
picks
as
this
well,
Koi.
right? It's the right way to be in this situation. You have to approach it round by round. You don't want to be getting overexcited, get the
What's
energy
that pen?
up too early.
Flower pen?
Your
Okay,
squad.
and now play the clip of Benji after that round ended.
Hey, good way to take advantage of that pause as well, is to let them reset. Sometimes you see teams call it because the adrenaline's getting too high, but if you did that with Benji on your team, you'd be out of pauses in round 2.
Well, it's balance, because he's incredibly high energy, and you could cut to Boo winning a world championship, and he'll be like, yep, no, I calculated that 2 months ago. It's absolutely fine.
He looks like someone just enjoying his favorite takeout. It takes a bite.
That's
Yeah,
good.
I did that.
enjoy that.
That's
yeah.
my trophy. Nice.
Yeah, it was just as good as last week, and the week before that, and the week before that. This is just as good. Well done, guys.
No, I think the home stretch here, right? Heretics, 3 chances, and for Koi, they're calling that pause, realizing, okay, they can push through, they can start to cause
Kind
problems,
of far away.
and this can be
They
a much closer
could
game. Here, you
try
call
get the
pause, you
orb
set
over
out your
towards A
strategy,
every single
and you get 2
round.
chances to
Make
adapt
sure on
it.
the
I like
12th round
it.
they got
I
it.
think it's the right call. There's
With
been some
deaths, you would
questionable
have
Koi
it.
pauses in the past, but that one's dead on. 3 chances now. The attacker's coming in with a Hunter's Fury. Blade Storm for Camo.
Oh.
So much info.
Yeah, I mean the
Position
knife
also
just gives you
very
everything.
much ready for the crunch off Grabinho's contact. The only thing we're missing here is someone with a flash.
Yeah, the knife, I think, just caught the entirety of the team.
Okay. That was the good
Not
recon that
an
can only be
attempt
shot
to
from
clear.
yellow. So as soon as I get shots, you know you're at yellow.
Camo just about
Yes,
escaped. Going to be
living.
tagged low on HP, but so far so good. Side of Heretics, that plant needs to come through, and it will. They're not going to be able to deny it. All that utility not working out for them. Hunter's Fury preemptively used just to try and catch them on the way back in, and again,
He
another
just
tag hit.
jumped into the last one. Well, the Utah's like, mosh pit is good,
Nice
forces
opening.
them out into the
Camo's
open
on
either
to
side.
Boo from up top. Shadow traded out of least. Benji staying around for the fight.
Trades are legit right now.
We go back to the post plant. These players tucked in, not wanting to take fights.
Oh,
Boo has
that
no
might
other
be the-
choice.
that might
He's
be the
pushed out
kill.
by utility. The snake bite brings him to the open. Denial of the defuse, and now they took away. On time alone, they should have it, and that shock dart might even
Oh my
confirm
God,
it.
it's actually on his head.
On the money for Rians.
Oh,
12
5 of
to
them.
10.
Down
Another
to
narrow
2.
margin, but it's enough to
Getting
keep
a
this
little bit
game
worried
going.
for him.
Yeah,
For sure.
there's definitely been opportunities for
I
Koi,
think
but
they could
as
have
always, Heretics is
spawned a little bit
slowly
more
grinding
ahead with
out these
ults there.
rounds. And well, the economy becomes an issue here. Interesting, I'm just seeing Camo with a rifle, but also with a Blaze Storm. Maybe wanting to use that in the next round instead. I think I'd rather see him just invest the Blaze Storm into this one. It gives him more opportunity for, I feel like, all out-and-out hero plays.
And even potentially an AWP in the next if they wanted it. But yeah, he's gone for the rifle. Okay. Interesting choice. Knife up close, clears out a lot of the control up on the right. I think he's just being left solo with a Killjoy turret watching mid. There's not much of a concern really for this squad. They're pretty happy now to stack up towards the A side. The call is made. It's the right one. That's not the right jump, but we'll ignore it.
There's a full-person stack though.
Here comes Heretics through the choke point, through the wall, and they are not stopping. Koi put to bed with these pistols, and the rifle on the other side of the map might even start. I mean, look at the economy. Doesn't really need to save. Yeah,
he doesn't need
to. He goes for it. 1v5. Good luck.
Planted.
And now he pops the blade storm too. No.
Oh, well, listen, if that happens, we need to have words. Okay, if he gets 2 more blade storms, all right, okay, run away. That's the right for a second. Rian's went, I'll trade you. No. Play the numbers, play the time.
Yeah, it's not like the economy matters so much. It's more so just making sure that round is going to be confirmed. More sat back. Nano swarms. He also has both shock darts available to him.
Yeah.
So it really is just a nasty position to try and get anything done for Camo. Again,
even the damage
earning an
doesn't
extra
really
credit
matter.
or 2 every time he gets himself a kill, but that is going to be all she wrote. A nice few shots, but the round still goes the way of Heretics. They needed 5 in a row. They're 80% of the way there.
5 chances down to the 1 lost chance, and they messed up a bit, right? Because they didn't even plan ahead on the other rounds.
Even more heartbreaking will be.
I don't know how close they are to official, but if they picked up the orbs, they would have been okay for it. I think they're like 2 off, maybe 3 off.
More recent.
Yeah,
more recent at least.
Today.
You know, time heals all.
Giving them all
wounds.
orbs, it
They've
doesn't
had a
matter.
few
They're so
days
far
to
away,
think
they
about
won't go one of
playoffs.
these ults anyway.
But no, I think that, and also, I mean, a few weeks ago they were thinking it was gone anyways. They were just holding on to a thread of hope.
They could have had this online, or this online.
But so is the op, and that's the shot they needed to see. Woot landing it onto Camo puts a 5v4 in play.
And teams really got to start once you got some of these chances. Once I'm writing this on the board, everyone's brain should be going to right. What orbs can we get? What round do we get them? What orbs can we get? How do we make it easy?
Ends up on B, that lockdown, it can be avoided so easily. Woot having a blade storm as well alongside his operator means that there's so many extra angles he's going to be able to fight from. But that's why they've stacked up this side of the map.
Ooh, Flash might be good here. 3 people at the moment, 2 people that would need it.
Could go through from Grabinio.
Oh boy.
His perfect. Flash is even better. Leaves 2 completely blind, maybe even more.
Vanity, hello, man.
But more importantly, he's got 2
You're banging a game the other day.
Already, though. Shadow's going to start running back. In fact, the rotation is almost completely there. It seems like Starzo just wanted to make sure there was an alert coming through mid, and now Grabinio's back in his trusty spot again.
Well, they still have the lockdown, still have nades, still have a snake bite. They can delay this plan.
You're fragging out heavy, man.
Allow those rotations to come in from the rest of the squad. I was thinking Starzo lobs his nade, but he's already on walkabouts. They still
Dados with the ult, so they want to try fight.
To protect their back, but I guess it's more time
Or
based.
aggro is the right call. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah, what are you going to do now? What are you done?
They might have been broken-hearted before, but they'll avoid that recent heartbreak.
Yeah, I mean, it all came down to this Flash.
12 to 11.
It's too doable.
Just Woot to deal with it. It is a big task, I'll give you that. But a few big shots needed, and the Blade Storm won't find anything. A second lease of life, and finally connected.
Nicely done for Koi. Waited to the end to do it. All came down to the Flash play over toward Baki Yellow here. Double Flash KO into Gecko.
Yeah, it would be one hell of a way to close a chapter for Koi, but